Oh man, I sure am getting tired of seeing this one post again and again made by several artists, but with different art, of course. The bitching and boo-hooing about, oh, people are criticizing my art. Oh, it's so hard on me. I have to get criticism like, every artist does. These kind of artists cover up the fact they don't like getting criticism with stupid bullshit. Like trying to point out a double standard that doesn't exist. The first thing they complain about is, oh, they call my art sexist. But isn't this drawing of a man also sexy? Isn't that sexist? Well, here's the difference, dumbass. You see, one's a power fantasy. Let's take JoJo's Bizarre Adventure as an example. Now, I don't watch that show, but I know it has a lot of strong men. The reason they have strong characters is because it's cool to see. It's a fantasy with power, a power fantasy. And even if you take out the power fantasy thing, you can at least say, oh man, this guy is strong. He has power. Meanwhile, drawing with this body figure and for mostly like sexual purposes can be seen as, just drawing a sex object. Now, I'm not saying drawing porn is inherently bad because you're creating sex objects, but at least be fucking honest about it. They call me a fatphobe. No, they fucking don't. Most of the time when I see bullshit posts like this, no one's complaining about, oh, you're a fatphobe. People are complaining that you gave your like little to no fucking girth or weight to her. You gave her unrealistic anatomy. Where are her organs at? They always ask me that. It's so unfair. No, it's fucking not. It's legitimate criticism. You ever heard of, anatomy? That's one of the things they teach you in like art school and shit. Or when you learn to draw, you want to learn to draw good anatomy. And, people can actually criticize you for having shit anatomy. You may have heard that this is unrealistic anatomy, and that's because it is. Well, it's somewhat realistic. You can probably get it with, like, plastic surgery, but you can't realistically get it. Well, what about this muscular body type? Well, first, it's actually okay anatomy. I can visualize this having fucking organs, so there's not a double standard there. Although this body type is hard to get, and for some it's impossible because some people don't have that body type, it's at least more realistic and looks good. And that's pretty much the gist of all of these fucking pictures. I don't want to get criticism. It's not going to fucking affect you. If you work in any artistic profession, you're going to get reasonable and unreasonable criticism. Bitching and moaning about it like this is just preaching to the fucking choir. If you don't like getting criticized for this, ignore it. Appeal to your own demographic and never grow. Or you can actually say, you know what, I'll take those criticisms into consideration and maybe, improve your art. But no, pretentious artists, there's a lot of fucking pretentious artists, rather complain that they're getting harsh criticism. Oh, boo fucking who? Now, I can understand criticizing critique. I do that a lot. However, there's a difference between critiquing someone's criticisms and whining about getting them. You're not saying, well, actually, this critique is wrong. You're just going like, I can't believe I'm getting this criticism. Double standard without, going on about it. And I know it's a Twitter post. You can't really do much with just a single Twitter post or even a drawing that matter to do it. But if you can't do it well, then don't do it at all. You know what? Actually, I shouldn't say that. My videos aren't good or very good, but hey, they're good enough. They do what they're meant to do. But if you can't explain why the criticisms are bad in a good way, then why even fucking do it? But yet again, like I said earlier, this isn't to actually, explain why criticism is wrong. It's to get sympathy from other people. It's preaching to the choir without actually addressing those criticisms. It's funnily enough just laziness to get likes and retweets from men who feel like their sexualized art is being taken away, even though it's fucking not. You can still make it. You're just getting criticized for it. Boo fucking who? Criticism? Oh, cry me a fucking river.